kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds, and when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Monster Energy NASCAR Racing League, our fourth race of the night here at Sim Racing Media, but more importantly, the last round of this side of the playoffs for these folks here at the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup. So the round of 12 here at Bristol is going to be finishing off, but dare I say, points aren't really going to matter. There's Jeremy Robbins really needs to get in with some points. Luckily, I think he's going to have them. There's only 8 drivers showing up right now, so statistically, I think he is going to make it. Whether or not, welcome in, folks. Southern Broadcasting represents say Jeremy is the Hail Mary. He's good. We're in. We're ready to rock. So far, we have everybody set up the way they need to be. Let's go ahead and go over as everybody has completed their laps. Just waiting on Richard Mendonça to get in there. But go ahead and go over the race info here. Bristol Motor Speedway is where we are. Monster Energy NASCAR Racing League is what it is. 83 degrees here tonight. Nice. Pretty warm, actually, for Bristol. Now we're at the last great Coliseum. 85-degree track temperature, 0.5-mile track there in Bristol, Tennessee. It's going to be an absolute blast to have you guys here. 8 miles an hour wind does not matter, though, in the bowl. And we're going to get started here shortly. Mason Thompson put down the fastest lap of the race so far. Let's go ahead and show our qualifying results and show you guys where everybody's at. Mason Thompson, of course, up there on the pole. Zachary Martez, Dylan Herberton, Richard Mendonça, Curtis Ecker, Bill English, Jeremy Robbins there in 7th, and David Simcox there in 8th. So, looking very good. That's going to also complete your grid. It's going to coincide. There are only 8 drivers tonight. Get in here, watch your drivers. Southern Broadcasting Network, Racing Network, that is Jeremy. He says, we are going to fight for it tonight. Hopefully we can have a good one. I know it's going to be not too bad to get in, and not too much of a, you can just cruise tonight. But we know these drivers aren't going to do that. They're going to race, put on a show for you guys at home. Also, if you do want to flip channels on us, we've got a couple other shows that you can get on. We have the SCL Rookie Street Stocks. They're not the Rookie Street Stock. They're the Street Stocks over at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We also have a Talladega race going on tonight. The form of the Rick Motec Racing Series. And one more, the Rick Motec. I believe they're actually at Homestead, Miami. And then Rick Motec's going to be over at Talladega. So, depending on what your poison is, we've got it all here at Sim Racing Media right now. That's how we like it. That's what we like to do. Go ahead and show all these beautiful cars in all their glory. I'm going to go over some of the details there. Zach Mertez, of course, has a really strong showing so far. After last race, Zach kind of came from the back. He's only driven 5 times here, and he's won 4 of them. So he's one of the ones we picked. And of course, Mason Thompson is 3rd in the standings. That car's looking gorgeous. The 81 Taco Bell. We've talked about it before. Dylan Herviton, though, our regular season champ in the 36 machine, trying to come in here and make something happen, get some more momentum heading into the next round. He called it. He said Bristol's one of his places. We got Mandonza in the 46. Joe Haassen's Western Workwear. Love that. Curtis Ecker in the 19. That Curtis Ecker Motorsports. That bronze looking really good. Bill English there in the 52. We have Dave Simcox in the DC Comics 22 machine. Why so serious? And then we got Jeremy Robbins in that SBRN. Beautiful patriotic paint scheme. We love to see that. But the pace car is off. Green flags coming down to it. Mason Thompson, Zach Mertez is going to be banging it out here really shortly here at the Bristol Motor Speedway, trying to find the bottom of the track, whether they're going to try and ride that top absolute crazy line we're going to see, or are we going to see the more traditional bottom line? You never know, but they have absolutely taken it. It's going to be the 1-2 of Mason Thompson and Zach Mertez. So far, so good. Thompson and Mertez. Then we got Herviton in the back for 3rd. Mandonza in 4th. English in 5th, and Ecker in 6th. Dave Simcox and Jeremy Robbins riding around, letting things handle themselves up front as waiting to pounce we hear in the chat. Bristol Motor Speedway, one of those that is iconic to the sport. Hard track to handle here. We've already got Mertez a little bit into the wall, a little bit of stripe on that 0-2 Mach machine. 2 Chevrolets leading it. Mason Thompson's just getting faster and faster. Let's put down the fastest lap of the race. You're on lap 6. They're going to be churning these guys out, folks. 150 laps here at Bristol does not go back too far. Oh, we got a car in the wall. Multi-car incident here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Looks like the 19 and the 52. 19 comes up. Oh, and then once it gets straight, that may have been the worst netcode I've ever seen, ladies. Look at this netcode. And I am one that never screams for netcode. This was a ridiculous amount of netcode. Look at that. There was 3 feet between Curtis Ecker and the 52 of Bill English. Wild. So that was Ecker. I'll be right back, folks. We're going to be going to a quick commercial. All right, we're back here at the Bristol Motor Speedway 150. Super fast time there. Netcode, the cause of that last one. Bill English and Curtis Ecker getting together. If you don't know what netcode is, I can write a class on it because I've seen it a couple different times. So Mason Thompson going to get going, chooses the high line, big jump out of the Geico restart zone. Mertez is left fitting for himself. Mendonça on the top side. Herberton down low, and back Bill English and Curtis Ecker still going at it. Still going at it. They've said, you know what? It happens. Netcode happens. We're going to keep racing side by side. Try and stay a little bit farther away from each other this time. But they say no harm, no foul. We're going to race it out. Up top, Mertez flirting with that top line, and I've been seeing this line a little bit more often than not. Whereas, there we go. A very unconventional line that we're seeing some of these drivers take. They're going to dip down in the middle and then hop back out. Kind of a hybrid of the top line and the bottom line right now when they have the grip. So it's very interesting as Mendonça gets a little bit bent out of shape back there. Mertez trying to catch Thompson. One would hope that he's going to be able to get up there. And there he is. Is it too early for the bumper? No, they're going to go at it. Lap 16 of 150. But keeps these things going and these racers, this competition. And these guys want it. Everybody's already locked into the round of 8, guys. So what happened is... the way it's working right now, let me double check on the points. I want to make 100% sure that everybody in here right now is going to make it if there was an issue. Ryan Douglas is one that would have problems. He's not here tonight. Steve Waldrop, not here tonight. Chris Isaac's not here tonight. So yeah, Jeremy Robbins, the only one really in any danger. And just by showing up, he's going to pass Bill English. Bill English is here. I'm missing right now. Mertez, Thompson, Ecker. Thompson. Ecker. Mendonça is here. Tim Cox is here. Jason Connors, that's who's not here. So just by showing up, Jeremy Robbins is in. Mason Connors is out of the playoffs. So no total drama-rama there. Dylan Herberton, however, is going to be battling with Mendonça. Has caught him. The two disciplines fighting it out. Top lane, bottom lane. There we go. The 0-2 of Zachary Mertez trying to try out that bottom lane. Something very important that these drivers are kind of fighting for right now is if there is a caution or a self-spin or something of that nature, the leader will have lane choice. There we go. We talked about it. Bill English now. What happened? Another incident in netcode, or? Oh, that one was not netcode. Take one more look. Get a better look at it from this camera, I bet. Oh. That's the thing about Bristol, is it makes these things look so different. But let's go on board with Curtis Ecker right now and kind of see what he saw. Because, and I'll be able to kind of go over it. So as you crest these turns here at Bristol, it goes to that near vertical, or that near flat. So that's Jeremy. Yep. So, and then bam, he's just unfortunate. But you get to that flat zone. All right, this will give us the best look. So as he's cresting this hill, he's trying to get back into the gas, gets into that flat zone, and kind of hooks the left rear of the 52. And that's just unfortunate, but it's the battle that we're gonna see here. It's kind of we've been kind of used to at Bristol, I could say. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drop down into SBRN's chat, and we're gonna talk to the driver who locked himself in just by showing up, Jeremy Robbins.
What's going on up there, buddy?
It's going, my man. So, hey, the consistency has paid off. No fooling, man. Just showing up and being dedicated to the league has paid itself off. Are you excited? First of all, we got to handle Bristol, right? We got to get through it.
I do not like freebies, so I mean, through the season, I had a few races I missed, but I tried staying pretty consistent in top 10 and top 5. But, you know, I'm going to give him a quick shout out. Dylan gave me some advice, and I'm hoping that I can use it towards the end and not get in on a freebie, but get on by at least getting the top 5.
Yeah, and you know, you talk about freebie. I know we're about to go green here, but you talk about freebie. You've earned it over the season. You've earned the points, and you earned it by showing up. But I know you're going to have a good showing. And Jeremy, good luck as the green flag flies here.
Top 10 regardless.
There we go. That was, of course, Jeremy Robbins with SBRN saying kind of what he's got going on here is he did lock himself in just by logging into the server and being dedicated to the league, folks. So that tells you anything about the dedication to show up to your league races, be the driver that comes in even if they're not in the playoffs. It really pays off. I've seen it pay off more times than I haven't. So definitely shout out to Jeremy Robbins for locking himself into the playoffs in the next round. So Mason Thompson's got the lead again. Zachary Mertez now has to hold off a very quick Dylan Herberton. Only ones electing to come down pit road were Jeremy Robbins and Curtis Ecker. See if Bill English, oh, they're still bad. Oh, Jeremy Robbins gets into the wall. Ow, the broadcaster's curse strikes the broadcaster. Heavy damage on Jeremy Robbins' machine. And now Dylan Herberton now working his way through. Herberton to the bottom. The non-preferred line, but he did chop off the passing lane for the O2. Maybe Mason Thompson getting a little bit of help there. Trying everything he can to get to the back of Mertez. Behind him, Mendonca's got Ecker coming up on him, and you see that slide we're talking about, that little out of turn number 4 and turn 2, these guys will get a little bit squirrely because they have to apply that throttle. High horsepower in these machines as Mertes gets in the wall. High horsepower, you have to be able to put down your throttle in a way that is safe and effective. As here we go, Herberton to the bottom of Mertes, has the pass, so we see a slide job, he's not clear. Ooh, almost tried to go up there, thinks better of it. Now he's gonna complete the slide job. Crossover is not gonna make it there. Good defense by Herberton. Now Mason Thompson's got a rear view mirror full of Herberton. Herberton making his way through. Regular season champion. Gonna show us why he is. As Herberton now trying to work for that bottom line. What we're saying, folks, every time that these guys decide to come down pit road or come down and race for the lead instead of just putting laps, it's because they want that huge advantage as the 81 gets a little bit too high. Slide job incoming. See if he's going to get the bumper. He's not. I don't think the 81's going to have it. 81's not going to have an opportunity to get it back. Here they come from the flag stand. See them battling it out. They're back there in the back. Car number 1. Oh, we've got a wreck. Got a wreck somewhere. Oh, stage break. Come on, James. Stage break. That's what they were battling for. Dylan Herberton gets the stage points. Bonus points heading into the next round. Very important. Let me make sure that was the stage break. If came out for the may not have been the stage break. No, stage break's gonna come at lap lap 40. Yep. So that's where we're at. Stage break is out. Now everybody gonna come in for some tires, some fresh Goodyear, some fuel. We are going to talk to our good friend Dylan Herberton. Dylan, you got me.
What's up, man?
Hey, so got the stage win here in the Zippo Ford. Tell me about kind of what this thing was like. You didn't really have it until that second caution, then you were blazing. What changed in the car?
I can save my tires, man, and then I put it balls to the wall when we had that caution, and I was able to pull off a couple slide job moves and get past and for the stage win. So I don't know if these guys realized the stage was coming up or not, but I did, and it. Sorry, I was trying to get off the road there. And it helped me out a lot. So staying out and saving my tires there on the bottom was a big necessity of that. So man, it feels good. I needed that and get the playoff point and help me in the next or carry it into the next round since I'm already locked in. So.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, the Ford's looking good. We know we talked to you last week and you wanted the win real bad here at Bristol to keep that momentum going. Maybe too early to count those chickens, but what are we looking for from the 36 on the long run?
You know, man, I really don't know what to expect here because the 81 and the 02 are really good, but we haven't had a long enough run yet to see our tires fall off. That was a good way to show it there. Just shows you we went, 20 laps or so, 25 laps. I say back to save myself in the 02 and the 81 kind of drove away a little bit, and you see how much of a difference that made. I was able to drive by those guys like it was no problem almost. Really hard to pass on the bottom, unfortunately, but if I can save like that on the long run and keep them within a good distance, I don't see why we can't bring it home. But like I said, it's gonna be hard to beat the 81 and the 02. They're really good. So we'll see, man. We're on to green here, so.
Absolutely. Well, we'll let you get back to it as you take the top line, as seems to be the consistent line, and hopefully, actually, I'm pretty sure I'm calling my shot. I'll talk to you at the end of the race, sir.
We'll get a top 3. I can almost assure that. So thank you.
Oh, he said it, not me. Here we go. We'll see you, Dylan.
Thank you.
That was Dylan Herviton in the 36 Zippo Ford machine. With 1 to go, we are getting ready to get the next stage of this thing out of the way. That will be the final stage, as the pace car is going to dip down pit road. Flag in the air, and we are rocking and rolling. Top line gets it going. Dylan Herviton and Mason Thompson. Richard Mendonça and Mertez, the only ones in this top 4 shirt out. Curtis Ecker, Bill English a little bit farther back, as we are flying in the V formation, starting this thing off. Mendonça has made his way to second for the first time in the race. That 46 machine past Mertez and Thompson. Was up in front of the O2. Ooh. That one was close. A little bit squirrely. These guys are having to apply so much pressure. Let's go ahead and run it, turn it up. We're going to stay on board with our guy Zach Mertez and kind of go over kind of the throttle control he's having to deal with here. Stick around. Well, folks, Dylan Herviton having some issue. Let's take a look. He was running in pole. Running up front, and then just got up on a block a little too much, got loose. And then, oh, hit that apron. Direct hit in the top, and then gets extra from Bill English. That is very, very no bueno for Herviton. Let's take a look at Mason Thompson from his point of view. It's just ever so loose, and then just tags that comes right up, and then Bill English did not see him. Gets a little bit of a touch there. Unfortunate for Herviton. I do believe we have faster pairs in this league, though I don't believe. So let's take a look at some damage. Not a terrible amount of damage on that 36 machine after the square front. But while we're here, while we're just hanging out with you guys, let's take a look at what we got going on our other finish. We do have a alert for you guys. The SCL series is 15 laps to go. You can check that out. Street Stocks at Charlotte.
Going into turn 3. Oh, they set the 21 all over him as Tarrant Hill was pushing him all the way down the back straightaway. And then watch, you just saw it there as it was disappearing off the right-hand side of your screen. Right.
So 14 laps to go over there at the SCL series. You need a break from short track action, you can head over there. We got a couple other races on the docket for us. So Richard Mendonça going to come around. He's going to choose the high line. Mertes down at the bottom. Curtis Ecker in the 19 has made his way up to the top 3. Mason Thompson, Dylan Herberton, Bill English. Excuse me, Jeremy Robbins had to take it to the hauler. And as always, guys, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps get these drivers out in front of more people as well as their sponsors, namely AdminBox. You can use code. You can go to adminbox.com. You need help with getting your admin something for Christmas as the holidays come around. As Mendonça gets a huge jump on Mertes. Thompson also in that preferred top line right now. Dylan probably not too worried right now because he does have the advantage of knowing like he can make a pretty good run. See him run through the field already. Especially if these guys up front are going to be fighting. We're already almost halfway done with this race. 15-second laps here at this 0.5-mile track. That's Thompson, Mendonça. Mertes has made his way up to the back of that machine. But I was saying, you can shout out to AdminBox if you're looking for something to help. Oh, we were on board with Mertes when he lost control of it. No caution is out yet. The good thing about this race is from here on out, it doesn't really matter. I mean, you can get some bonus points for winning this thing. That's what you want to do. But Mertes may have a slight flash of frustration from this. But these guys are really just out here racing for the experience and to get used to racing around each other. It's just not enough room on exit. And Mendonça did not have to give it. He didn't have to give an inch of room, and he did not. It's going to put Mertes about a lap down right now. Everything lines out. He is 10 seconds, so he did get it going before it came to that. You can also use Dubby. Need some energy for these Bristol races. It's going to be hard to breathe here at Bristol unless you have a little bit of help, and that can do it for you. Use Dubby Energy. Use code MENRL at checkout. Receive 10% off. As far as AdminBox, you can use code MENRL/box for $19 off at checkout. Now it's time to just plug away here. Bill English has a very, Curtis Ecker and Bill English now getting back at it. Yeah, the broadcaster curse got the broadcaster. It seems like it's happened a couple times tonight. Jeremy, I apologize. Jeremy's in the business. You can check him out over at Southern Broadcast Racing Network. Works really hard for his channel. Appreciate you go over there, check him out. Give him a like, follow, subscribe, all that stuff. Bill English still fighting with Ecker. Fourth. Up front, Mendonça riding the wall. The 81 of Mason Thompson on the bottom. Clears the 46. So now give it to Mason Thompson. Herberton has found his way back up to third in the wrecked 36 machine. Possibly used a fast repair, or that composite body really came in clutch. Did not take as much damage as it looked like. Now working to the inside of Mendonça. Lap 71. Gets to the corner. Remember, these guys, this is what happened earlier. They got into each other. Back at it. Herberton able to make it through, make that work for now. Thompson got about a second gap here at Bristol. 75 of 150, about halfway done here. All in all, it's looking like it is going to be a good finish if Herberton can catch Mason Thompson. So the Broadcast Racing Network said consistency equals speed. Here's the thing, folks, and here's especially here at Bristol, is we're going to go on board with, let's go with Mason Thompson, because we didn't go on him earlier. We're going to listen to this thing, and basically, usually at a racetrack, no matter where it is, you have time to stop and breathe. And you breathe in a turn, you breathe out of a turn. It's kind of like shooting, right? You can breathe out, shoot, breathe in. You do not have that time at Bristol. These straightaways are happening about 5 seconds apiece. You've got to find, you cannot breathe in the turn. The G's that these cars are turning, you do not want to get in the habit of breathing through these turns because it can hurt you. Now, of course, in the sim, it's a little bit different, but still the same principle applies. If you're trying to focus on turning that wheel, that MPI wheel, whatever you've got, if you got the good stuff from Rick Tech, that's what we're talking about. But it's hard to breathe, get in a consistent schedule. But the way that these cars work, right, slow is smooth, smooth is fast for sure. So that's what these guys are thinking about as they're getting rolling through here. They want to be smooth, they want to be consistent, but it's hard to do that when you got the Zippo 36 on your back bumper. Look at that gorgeous Ford fender right on the back bumper of Mason Thompson, letting him know, hey, I'm here. Better watch out, as Herberton does not have the advantage of tires this time around. He had to come down pit road during that incident, and he had to push his hearts out coming forward as Mertez is trying to recover from his issue. He's got Bill Mertez on the left rear, the right rear, I'm sorry. There we go, side by side for the lead. 36 Dylan Herberton and the 81 of Mason Thompson. Overall, we've got the time. Right now, folks, I guess since Mason Thompson stepped out, I don't know what happened to Bill Herberton. Let's take a look. I was, of course, looking at something else, like a bad broadcaster. Let's take a look, and it looks like, oh, gets high up and taps, and that's going to put the 36 around, but suffering from success. No one was close to him. So he gets that thing going, and wow, that's how big of a gap there was. He was able to get the car rolling, and no issue at all. So with that, we're going to go ahead and run to a quick commercial break. I'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at Bristol Motor Speedway. I do apologize for that. I had a fire I had to put out. But in the interim, what you guys missed was Bill English getting it backwards. We'll take a look at that quick. Sorry, that was Zach Mertez. Zach Mertez, Curtis Ecker getting into it. But it doesn't matter right now. Here we are, live. So Zach Mertez out front, Mason Thompson in second. Dylan Herbertson called his shot. He's back up to third. Richard Mandonza there as well. As Richard Mandonza there in fourth, fifth is going to be Curtis Ecker. Overall with Mertez and Thompson, they're kind of battling it out. Thompson trying to get to the back of Mertez. Nothing doing there right now, though. Closest battle on the racetrack is going to be Mandonza and Herbertson. It's really not even that close. There was quite a battle for second. Let's take a, I'm sorry, third. Let's take a look after that green flag. Kind of what went on here on this last restart. Mason Thompson just rips the high line. Again, this is the last restart. Rips the high line past Mandonza, past the 36. Oh, a crossover on the 36. Gets a little bit upset. That's going to breathe for a little bit, and then on lap 105, that pass would be completed. The 81 takes the top line and just zips around Herbertson. Back live, 25 laps left to go. Mertez walks away with it. English going to come down pit road, going to come back out here. Hopefully not bring out the caution, but a little bit there. Yep, that it is. Fortunately, Bill English jumps to the pits a little too late. That's going to lead to a shootout here. 20 laps left to go. As they're going to meet the pace car. Everybody going to try and get back up there with and here's what Herbertson really needed. So Herbertson really needed to get back up there with these guys. Everybody last came in at lap 1 at 98, 97 was the last caution. With only 5 cars here, I would say that the main problem that these drivers are going to have to deal with is really nothing. You come down pit road no matter what, I feel like here, and then you're good to go if whatever happens, because worst case, there's only 5 cars on the lead lap. Come down pit road, get some fresh Goodyears on there, give yourself the best position to win. absolutely no reason. So lottie-dottie, everybody's selecting to come down pit road here. As you would expect, more or less here. So we're going to stay green with you throughout the conclusion of this race, because we've already stepped away for way too long, and I do apologize. Folks, if you know another broadcaster that does 5 races a night, let them know that they are in some good company. We've had 6 today. Started off the day with the Midday Racing League, and then headed over to a quadruple header, starting with a couple different races or racers we had. Starting at 8. We're going all the way to midnight, folks. We have the Western States Racing League coming to you in about 20 minutes. Playoff racing all abound right now. Is everybody electing to get their races in on Tuesday evening? So 6 races a night again tomorrow. I think we got a couple different races tomorrow. You can always check our Facebook page, facebook.com/simracingmedia, as well as our website, simracingmedia.com. Those are something that we really push. Of course, you're here at our YouTube channel. We have upcoming streams posted by the awesome Marchese. Oh, it's the 81, Mason. Oh, what's going on, Mason? Back possibly. A little bit of issue. Probably getting a little bite of his Taco Bell Doritos Locos Tacos. Can't blame a man for that. Pace lights are off. Pace truck gonna fall down pit road. Now it is a green flag sprint to the finish. 18 laps here to go at Bristol Motor Speedway. 15 seconds a lap, folks. It's going to be quick. Don't breathe. You're going to miss it. As there we go. Richard Mendonça gets a little bit sideways. Herberton, Mertes. We've seen this battle before. Now it's going to be balls to the walls, throttle to the floor. As the 0-2 of Zach Mertes loses it. He has to come down pit road for a penalty. Herberton gonna take the advantage, get gapped on Mason Thompson. Mason Thompson has Mendonça behind him. Curtis Ecker back as well. Herberton, Thompson, Mendonça. We're 1, 2, 3. Ecker in 4th. Mertes still serving that penalty. He's going to come out. Comes out multiple laps down. He needs a miracle to get back into this thing, but he's still going to score a top 5. Mason Thompson's out of it. Bristol showing its head, guys. It is hard racing here at Bristol. Herberton just has to push, and Mendonça's not going to let him make it easy. Mendonça not letting Herberton hit the cruise control. He's going to pressure here with 12 laps to go. Just a little bit over 4 minutes of racing left, but stays green. Ecker's waiting in the wings because there's still going to be fireworks. That's Herberton and Mendonça working together. but we're going to watch the chase on board the 46 of Mendonça. The 2 Fords battling it out. Zach Mertez just put down the fastest lap of the race. He is a man possessed. He passes Mason Thompson for 4th. But we're on board, of course, with Richard Mendonça. Trying that extreme low line. Try and get anything he can. We'll see the battle. The battle for first. The gap continues to spread. Half a second. If Mendonça wants to have a chance, he's got to ride that high line. But here's the thing, if you're not comfortable running that high line, you're not going to be able to just switch up your view here and make it, as it's now 3/4 of a second, still being gapped. It is of note here, Mendonça has the fastest lap, or the faster lap of the two overall. But when it counts, Herberton is completely gapped on that 46 machine. Of course, brought to you by W Energy Admin Box. AdminBox.com. You can check them out. Herberton gets in the wall a little bit. Mendonça, 3 laps left to go. Popsicle sticks in the air. Herberton taking the 2 to go with a 1.5 gap and growing on the 46 of Mendonça. Save a miracle. We are going to see Dylan Herberton called his shot, went a lap down, came back. White flag in the air. Out of turns 3 and 4, nothing anyone can do. Give it to Dylan Herberton. As just for some extra flourish, the 36 gets it in the wall. Everybody else, they're done. Because Dylan's not even going to show it in front of the fans. He's going to burn it down for everybody in the Coliseum. Herberton putting some flourish on it. There he goes. Backwards across the finish line, right in that Alasco linen and uniform rental service, right in front of that Z-Max Speedway. As here we go, the SMI logo getting the rubber on it. There you have it, folks. Dylan Herberton takes it. Let's go ahead and let's get him in here through the smoke, taking the victory lap backwards. Dylan, you called your shot and you took it. You got the win. Moment, let me fix this so the folks at home can hear you. Yeah, you called a top 3, and I guess you got it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I got it, right? I mean, it says we're first, so I'm guessing we got it, right?
There you go. So, tell me, Dylan, you said that, and then you immediately, I think I've broadcast everybody I've talked to tonight. Jeremy Robbins taking the black flag. Unfortunately, unable to fix that. You're still having fun out there.
I didn't come into this race thinking I was gonna win it, so I'll take it. It's I am so. Dude, I don't even think you understand how much coming in here, running with Mason and Richard and all these guys means to me. Mason and Richard, I've been racing with them for years. I mean, I got my first league win back in 2018. Not 2018. Yeah, 2018 at Talladega, or 2020 at Talladega. I haven't had iRacing that long. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And over the years, I have just gotten so much better at doing this, and they've been with me every step of the way. And the fact that I can come out here and run with Mason, especially at a short track, really means a lot to me, because I give him a lot of credit. He had a such a terrible thing happened tonight with the penalty there that he didn't serve, so he got disqualified. But to be able to run with him, I mean, those guys would drive away and give me 25 laps, and I was driving back to him. I was really worried about this race going back green or getting a caution, which we did, because I didn't know how my short run speed was because I hadn't run hard on the short run. I've been saving my stuff, and it paid off. I am not happy with the performance in some aspects, but overall, I can't be too mad because I'm parked in the start-finish line and soaking this one in, so it feels good.
Absolutely. About lap 80, I thought it was, I talked to you and gave you the curse, and as we're watching kind of on the replay here, you and Mason got into it, and I thought, man, Irvington's got his work cut out for him. You were so far ahead of everybody that no caution came out because no cars passed you, but
Right.
what was going through your mind backwards there coming into turn one?
It was hard for me because I knew that I had the speed to get by him. It's just the top lane is so dominant here that I just needed him to like fall off just a little bit more, and I would have got him. And I think I just came off the bottom a little bit too much and got into the side of him. And I don't know if you want to blame it on physics or not in iRacing, but I did. It spun me out, and I knew that I could get it going straight. So as soon as I was trying to fight the wheel and put it in gear at the same time to get it going, I only lost about 6 seconds. And if that caution didn't come out, I felt pretty good about getting back to him even because I had gained 0.7 of a second between the time that I spun out to the time the caution came out, which was like, I don't know, 10 laps, 10 laps. And I was like, dude, I could get back to him. Like we had 50 laps of fuel left or something like that still. I'm like, I could easily get back to him. I just had to save my stuff. And, and it definitely worried me because I knew that we were going to have to hit under green once. And I wanted to get back as close as I could to him if it stayed green. But we got the caution. I kind of wanted it, worked out, came out, started saving my stuff. Zach and him drove away. I started reeling them back in. And then caution came out again. I was like, dang, like that kind of sucks, And then Zach got a penalty for passing the pace car, and Richard was behind me, and Mason, I beat him on pit road, and then he got the penalty. So I was like, everything fell my way. Like you talk about luck, tonight was pure luck. Like these guys on the short run had me beat, and if they were in front of me, I would have had no doubt in my mind they would have drove away. So definitely luck.
You earned it. Luck favors the bold, right? Fortune favors the bold, and you stayed in it. And you could have quit right then and went home and with a top 5, but you decided to stick in it and get the win. Congratulations. Looking forward to the round of 8 and seeing you, and hopefully we'll have a good showing in Texas, right?
Oh, for sure. This next round is not my favorite tracks. So weird to say, I'm excited for Talladega because that's going to be in of itself very very entertaining to say the least. But I feel like it's my best shot because we had a good showing at Daytona. But as I see Richard just disconnect from the session, I just want to give a shout out to him because he did. Although he cooked his tires up on the one run, to be in position there to even have a shot to chase after me and get the win, I'm proud of him. That's really good. So just everybody at my team, Mason and Richard. Zippo's on the car, hometown lighter company. I'm sure many people have heard of it. Built in my town, so I had to put on the race car. And I know that there's a couple people watching out there, so shout out to you guys. And thank you guys for putting on the broadcast and Curtis for putting on the league. And hopefully we'll see you in the same position next week.
Absolutely. Well, Dylan, again, man, congratulations on the dub, and we'll talk to you next week at Texas, I'm sure.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right, next we're going to bring in our 3rd place finisher, Curtis Ecker. And Mr. Ecker, you had some problems early on, but able to stick through, get 3rd. Tell us about your race.
Definitely wasn't a 3rd place car, I know that.
Well, the finishing order, a lot of people say that. The finishing order says it all. You were able to make it. How did you feel about the car in the end once you were able to get it rolling?
Definitely a lot better than at the beginning of the race, that's for sure. A lot of good competition out there. just, well, glad to get my first podium in this SBRN Camaro. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Well, headed to the next round of Texas. You got Texas, Talladega, a couple other races on the schedule there. Phoenix is going to be a fun one. Tell us about what you're most looking forward to, and then we'll let you shout out and get out of here.
Uh, well, I always like super speedways, but I never seem to have the results I like at them. But definitely ready for Texas. I think I have a pretty good chance there, and hope to make it to the round of 4.
Absolutely. Well, if you can keep the momentum going, I know you have a shot at it. Well, Ecker, who do you want to shout out? Who do you want to thank for getting you in this podium?
Uh, this SBRN Camaro was made a turnaround. You guys at the broadcasting, and if anybody's interested in running, we're always looking for new people.
Absolutely. Well, again, man, congratulations on the podium, and we will be here back next week to talk to you again, I'm sure. And good luck moving forward to the round of 8.
All right, thank you.
All right, folks, that's going to do it for us here at eSports, or I'm sorry, geez Louise, going back in time there, but Sim Racing Media, and show your finishing order where everybody landed. Of course, in first place is Dylan Herberton in that Ford. We were unable to talk to Richard Mandonza, but he came in second. And we had Curtis Ecker there in third, Zach Mertez in fourth, Jason Thompson fifth, Bill English sixth, Jeremy Robbins seventh, and Dave Simcox in eighth here. Some connectivity issues. So, ladies and gentlemen, you can catch us next week, same time, same place. If you want something to watch, we got a lot of races going on right now. Stay on the channel. You'll find us some other running, and we will be sure and keep the excitement coming heading into the round of 8 here in the Monster Energy Racing League.